Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? I know I said in the last episode that we would be almost exclusively up the top today and not doing anything down here. However, I would just like to put this one going down here on this field. So I'm going to do a couple of passes on this top end of the field, and then we're going to do a few passes on the bottom end of the field so that he can turn around properly, and then we can leave it to it, because I did notice previously that if we didn't do that, he kind of got hung up on that rock over there and ended up travelling up the slope. I'm not quite sure why he does such a thing, but he does. So, yeah, while I'm doing this, my question for this week is, do you want me to buy... Hang on, let me go in here. And all the way up here. Why don't I just do it like that? There we go. Right. Do you want me to get the Field Viper or the Field Python? Now, these are the special edition tractors that came with the pre-order farming simulator. We have the Field Viper, which is a 384 horsepower Challenger tractor with the tracks, or we have the Challenger Field Python, which is the 492 horsepower tractor. It's your vote, it's your game. Head up here into the top and tell me which one you want, and head into the comment section and tell us why you're voting for what you're voting for. Now, if I just back up here, the reason that I did say that originally that I would do this off camera and you wouldn't see it, and this bit I'm just going to do the top and bottom. I'm not actually going to do that field until next week, because I did actually think it might be interesting to see the cultivating the ploughed bit and then moving into the grass bit. I won't show all of it, but I thought it might be interesting just to see breaking into the grass covered ground over there, because I know there are a few of you who haven't actually seen that yet. So I thought it could be something that we could watch together. I may or may not time-lapse some of it. I might just sort of make a start on it, and then we can carry on from there. I'm just going to do... I don't actually think I need to do very much down here. I think that this end we're all right. He will go out onto the road a bit, but I think that would be acceptable. So if I just lower this down and go across here, I'll just do this bit here, and then I'll set it going with the hired help, working up and down across the field. And then I will make my way back up to the top, and we will get started on harvesting field 6. Right, I'm up the top here, and just have a look at the map there. We're up field 6 and field 1 in the top left-hand corner of the map. I won't use the map any further, because I think you can get a better picture of where we are. But that's just so that you know where we are. Our first job is going to be harvesting this field here, and we have the Terrados T440, the monster sugar beet harvester, so we're going to use that one. So he's only offering us $15,000 to do the job. However, I don't think we're going to need to worry about that. We do get to play with this thing. This thing is a beast. This is an absolute beast. Right, left control and Y is to change your steering modes. So this one does the all-wheel steering like that. Left control Y. That does that, but it also does the bending on the machine as well. Now, I have tried previously using the crab steering on one of these, and that is actually pretty cool, because they do very often in real life. They use crab steering option on these machines. So we will take a look at that in a bit. Just to start with, I think I might do a couple of passes on this end of the field, so that we can make our turning circle a little bit easier. We've got 36 minutes to do this field, so I'm going to time-lapse some of this field, and some of it we're going to just sort of take a look at this machine. So let me just come out here. I want to unfold it. The header is already unfolded, so we don't need to worry about that. There we go. This thing is fantastic. I am looking forward to being able to buy a couple of these things and do a mega sugar beet harvest on this map on the time-lapse series. And, ladies and gentlemen, I will be doing a massive sugar beet harvest, and over probably most of the fields at some point before I finish on Goldcrest Valley for the time-lapse series. I have had a couple of people asking what I'm planning to do on there. Sugar beet is one of the things that I'm planning to do. I'm going to be doing potatoes soon, I hope, and we're going to see potatoes on here. So that's really going to give us a good idea of what it's like doing that crop on time-lapse, because the sugar beet is less jarring. It doesn't have such a contrast. Now, I was talking to you yesterday about the compression artifacts that I get in the videos, and the problem with the potatoes is the texture of them is a higher contrast, and so I do actually have trouble with it producing the blocky artifacts in the final rendition of the video. So in order to stop that, what I might do is not do potato harvesting. I might do sugar beet harvesting instead. I think the sugar beet harvester is actually slightly wider than the potatoes, but you know, if I'm harvesting a load of fields and they're all my own, it won't make any difference. The only reason you would do it with the leased jobs is, or the contract jobs, is because you get more money for it. Slightly faster doing the sugar beet than is, so the potato is probably the slowest job that you can do in contracting. Let me just come around here, and I'll do one pass up across the field. Actually, let's do this one as crab steering, so we can just take a look at it. Hang on, I'll bring that one up. I need to turn the machine off, I think. No, I just need to go to the actual machine. Right, we're crab steering left. That's actually the wrong direction. I need to be crab steering right for this one. Let's take that off. Right, and now if you haven't previously, go to a channel called Tractor Spotter. I really like him. He does a lot of really cool stuff in real life, and I'm actually going along. I haven't harvested any of those sugar beet whatsoever. I'm not quite sure why. Go to the front. Have I not turned that? Oh, I turned it off. I turned the header off. It's not so good. Let's try actually harvesting these potatoes instead of just driving them into the ground. Yeah, go onto the Tractor Spotter channel. I know that some of you do take a look at his channel, because when I make a comment on there, I do see some of you putting up comments as well and saying hi. It's always appreciated. I'm sure he really appreciates it as well. He does some absolutely awesome stuff showcasing machinery that you just don't get to see normally in real life, and he's done an epically cool video of these harvesters, these exact same harvesters. He has done a video of it. You've got drone footage flying overhead, in-cab footage all over the machine. He gets full permission from the farmers. Obviously, there's no way he could get this kind of footage without full cooperation of everybody that is involved with doing this harvesting. So yeah, it's definitely worth a look. Now, can I turn while I've still got the crab steering on? It doesn't look like it wants me to turn very easily. I think that you're actually supposed to turn the crab steering off when you want to turn. Yeah. Okay, so let's try that then, shall we? Let's turn the crab steering off and then go to the twisty bendy bit. That is actually the official term, by the way, the twisty bendy bit. It's what Roper used to describe the machine. Okay, no, they don't. Now then, lower that one down. I don't think I need to do much along here. I'll just do this one pass along here, and then I'll start moving up and down. I'm not going to use the crab steering very much more. I think I'll do one more pass down the side of the field so that you can see the crab steering again. And then I'm just going to leave it in this steering mode. I think is the best one for doing the time lapse. And I'm not quite sure how I'm going to have it turning at the end. I think I need to do two. Pretty sure I need to do at least two at this end. So we will do another one at this end, so that it's easier for turning for the GPS. Because otherwise it makes a bit of a mess of the field. So if we just come down through here, I may end up having to do another one. I can't remember now. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 passes that we ended up needing because I've done this previously. I haven't done any on video, but I did do a bit of sugar beet harvesting on the Sosnovka map on one of the fields there. This was back before I ploughed up that new land on there. Right, there's 2 passes, so we'll do one more down this side, crab steering. I'll straighten up first. Get in position, there we go. Right, so you line up, then if we put the crab steering on. No, I want to lower it down. There we go. Right. And then it should just glide up the field like that. Perfect. Excellent. Look at that. It's going quite nicely. Oop, I want to do that. Right, I'll tell you what. This is a machine that I would love to be able to drive one day. Probably never going to happen, let's be honest. I mean, these things... This is probably one of the most expensive harvesters that you could get. I suspect this actually in real life costs more than the bigger combines. This is a serious, specialised piece of kit that it's just a monster thing. It's incredible. Go and watch that video by Tractor Spotter. That is his YouTube channel name, Tractor Spotter. He's quite a big channel now. He's growing quite rapidly. He is... I know there's a lot of channels out there that have got all these videos of various bits of machinery, but I would say that he's probably the original tractor person. He's the original one with machinery footage on his channel. Or if he's not the original, he's one of the originals, and he's certainly one of the best in my opinion. You struggle to find anything better than his stuff. He uses top quality cameras for it, and the footage, the cooperation he gets with the farmers, it's just sensational. It really is. And I know I have talked about him previously. I'm probably starting to sound a bit like a broken record with that. But seriously, it's really good. I was quite impressed with the one that he's released quite recently. Was doing some super deep ploughing, actually. It was ploughing over 1 metre deep. It's something that they do in some places in Europe in order to put the clay deep underneath and bring the better soil up to the surface. Yeah, right. Let me just lower in, and I'm going to go on up a little bit so that it straightens up. There. And I'll bring this one up so that we can line this one up. I want to auto adjust. Is that going to be in the right place? I think if I just come bring it out just a tiny fraction there. Now, I don't think I can turn over 1. I think I've got to do it over 2. I think I can... I will try. I'll leave 1 gap, and I will try to do it like that. And I'll take the lines off so that it doesn't look too unrealistic. I want to go right to the end. And turn, but I want to turn that way. Right, I think we're good to go. Getting there, despite a few technical hitches. You probably noticed in the middle of that I'm having some trouble with the GPS, and I can't understand it. I cannot fathom it at all. I don't think it's a steering mode or anything like that, but when I get to the end of the row, it's not auto-turning the machine like it's supposed to. Now, I don't know if it's something to do with the steering mode. I've tried various different steering modes, and I don't think I've overlooked anything on that. So I really don't know what's caused it, but for some reason it wasn't turning on the headland. So I did change it over so that I was manually doing it. And I can't understand because I've not had it happen to me before. It is a completely new thing for me. There's something in there that I've overlooked. And I will, obviously, I'll have another bit of a play around with it while we do our potatoes. Now, let me just line up here for this last bit. It's actually pretty cool doing the harvest from in cab while you got the GPS going. It is actually quite cool in this machine, being able to do this. I just want a quick look around before it finishes. Nice cab layout, good view, and we're done. So, $17,400, $17,479, I think, something like that. Anyway, that's that field done. Hang on, let me... Ooh, there we go. Right, how much is this one now? He now wants $96,000 for this. We could go on... There's a whole host of jobs that we could do now. I might do some of those off camera. I'm not going to do them now. That field over there isn't quite ready yet. So we're going to just sort of hang around and wait, and then come back when it is actually ready to harvest. It's only now... ready to harvest, and as you can see, it's quite late in the day. I'm not going to do it all starting at 9 o'clock at night, so we will finish cultivating this field here, then we are going to go and get some sleep, and after we've had some sleep we will get started on that field of potatoes up there. And if you just take a look here, it's there, it's now they're ready to remove the tops. And I am hoping that it works kind of like the other crops, in that you get a couple of chances to do it, and it's not going to change first thing in the morning, because if it changes first thing in the morning, yeah, I'm not really sure what we're going to do about that, because I did tell you I'd be harvesting potatoes today. We'll figure something out. Strange things happen at night on this map. This is the mystery game that I was telling you about. I haven't actually gone and looked it up yet, so I don't know anything else about it, but it's actually very spooky. I'm up by, for those of you who don't know where it is, I'm up by field 1, I'm up the top there. The tower is just through there, and the little hut is just down there, so you can see it. There's a blinking light going on over there. Yeah. That thing is actually quite creepy. It's the middle of the night. It's 20 past 3 in the morning. That is just a little bit creepy. So there you are. Go and find this one in the middle of the night. And, yeah. Okay. We are just gone 6 o'clock in the morning. And as you can see, the field has been harvested. It doesn't stay for 3 stages when you're doing potatoes. I think it does with sugar beet, but it doesn't with the potatoes. They were only here for a single stage, and now the field is having them as harvested. This is actually somewhat devastating to me, because this is what this episode was all about. So I did actually save this game just before this. So this, you'll see this bit that we went through the night, but I am actually now going to go back, reload this save game, and I'm going to go, because I think you can, in the options, you can turn off the growth altogether. We've got plant growth. Yeah, plant growth is on normal. If I put, you can put that on to fast. You can turn the plant growth off altogether. Slow, normal, fast, off. Yeah, if I just turn it off, I think we should then be able to... Oh, hang on, I've turned... Well, what's happened now? Has it gone through to the next stage as well? No, it's still saying that. If I go to the map a minute, what's it done when you turn the plant growth off? I'm educating myself here. Well, now it's saying that it's growing. What's it planted in there? We now have a field of sugar beet. Okay, this is a very strange map. It's doing weird things. And that one has now been field 6 is now potatoes. And field 1 has been planted with sugar beets. All in that little short space of time. So I will go back and reload this save game, and I will find a way so that I can come now to the morning and we can actually harvest potatoes, because I don't want to miss out. I did promise you that we would do potatoes. And oh, and by the way, I did take a look at how long this mission is going to take. It's an estimated nearly 4 hours. So I hope you appreciate just what I'm about to do for you, considering that this is just bonus time lapse. I wouldn't normally do this. This is a special Christmas present from me to you. This is not going to be a regular thing, okay? Now, I will see if I can get you a field of potatoes so that I can harvest them. Right. We have come back to about the right time, and you'll see that the time scale has sped right up. I'm looking at this game again. It's still bleeping at me. I want to see what time of the morning it actually switches itself off. There we go. Oh, it's come back on again. Okay, this thing's just really creepy. Not quite sure why it's on. Switched off for a bit. Maybe it's something to do with the light level. 6 o'clock. Right, now it's really, really misty. I turned the growth speed down as slow. No! Oh, I just seen it disappear. Oh no! Oh, that is devastating. It was offering me 100,000 US in order to do the job. Now, of course, it's been harvested, even though I had it on the slow growth stage. The problem is, if I take it off of the slow growth stage, I think I might have been because I was putting it on to fast, but look, if I go here, see, now it's got harvested. This one here, I think, is actually potatoes. So I could always do that one. It's a bigger field, slightly bigger. It's going to be a ridiculous... It's 4 hours, the estimated time to do this. But I did... When I changed the plant growth to off, it changed this field. It planted it immediately. See? Did you just see it in the background there? It changed it instantly. Although it's now planted it with potatoes again. But it's putting it onto the first stage. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But the big problem is, I don't have a field that I can harvest for you. And I have been promising you a field. So what we're going to do is, we're going to ignore this field. I won't be doing it twice. I'm going to speed up time now. There we go. And I'm going to keep a very close eye on field 20 down there. I'm going to get to field 20. Now, I know that I'm doing game-breaking stuff at the moment. Not realistic, but this is something I've been promising you for ages. We can't do field 1. I'm not going to do it in the night because it just doesn't show up very well if you try and do the stuff in the dark. You can't see... yeah, it generally just doesn't show up very well. I suppose I could have done it at night. I just think it kind of spoils it a bit. So we'll just keep a very close eye on field 20 down there, and we're going to start driving down there now. And we'll harvest that one. I suspect that's going to be more like 5 hours to harvest. I did want to do field 1 because it would have given us a bit of money off of that field. Beggars can't be choosers. I've tried everything I can to get you field 1 being harvested with potatoes. I said I would do you a big harvest, so we'll try field 20, and if that doesn't work, I don't really know what we're going to do. So let me just go here. Right, no, it's still not, but there's 3 fields there that are ready to harvest. We're going to ignore those. I'm not interested in those. So field 20, I thought field 20 would actually be really cool to do because you've got to go across that little bridge, but then you could put like a big pile of sugar beet right beside the train track if you were doing sugar beet. Yeah, that's if you own the field yourself, so that would be a bit different. I was really frustrated by that, I've got to be honest. I suppose, yeah, there isn't really anything I could have done. Oh, New Holland on sale. Does that mean that things have changed? Not yet. Right, still final growth stage for field 20. So we get down there. I'm not sure how quickly it changes when you've got it on full speed. And I really don't know why it's automatically planting things when you turn growth off on the options there. We turn the growth off and it instantly removed the cultivations and everything like that and put the field to the first growth stage, which that seemed a bit peculiar. I did sort of spoil that to start with anyway, but right. Okay, so we're middle of the following day. A lot of time has gone by. The sheep are doing well. They've got plenty of grass. They aren't clean at the moment. We are going to need to get some sort of cleaning. I'll probably get a robot cleaner, actually. I think a robot cleaner would work quite nicely. So let's park this one in here. Great demand at Mary's farm for wheat. That would actually be really good, except that we don't have any wheat ready. Oh, that field's ready. Was that field ready previously? I don't think it was. Yeah, we've got 18 tons of wheat. Actually, that's the highest price with the great demand. 794. That's pretty good. Actually, I'd say that's very good for wheat. That's a really, really good price. Right, stop that one there. And oh, I think it's changed. Yes. Right. We'll put time back to normal. Now, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm loath to do anything else. Let me just get a few things ready. And actually, no, I don't need to get anything ready. We can just go straight from here. I'm going to save the game exactly as it is. I know that we've kind of jumped around a bit. It wasn't ideal, but that's what we'll do. And then when we finish this, I will change that back to normal. I'm going to touch it now because I'm really worried that it is going to change these potatoes. Actually, you know, I suppose we better just put that back. It's got to go back that way. We don't want to turn it off. We want to put it back to normal. So that is our normal settings. That's what we normally have it on. We are ready to go. Right, how much is this? I would say it's 214 minutes for the other field. 365 minutes. That's 6 hours. That's a normal time-lapse episode. I mean, I know you can do it fast. Right. I'm going to do this because I have been saying that I will. This is kind of a Christmas special, and to make up for those of you who didn't want to watch the episode at the beginning of the week. However, there's going to be a proviso on this one. There is most definitely going to be a proviso on this one. I will not be doing this 100% realistic. I can't do this 100% realistic. It's just not going to happen. What I will do, I'm hoping that the GPS is going to work. That's going to be our next thing, is will the GPS actually work? So let's just get stuck in. We're going to do a couple of passes up across the field on this end. And then, actually, I'll do 4 passes on the field on this end, and I'll do the same down the other end. And then we'll start working up through the middle. I'm going to get rid of that one. I can't believe I'm doing this for you. This is my dedication to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is supposed to be just a regular Let's Play. This is not supposed to be a massive time-lapse episode. This really isn't. I was never intending for this to be a huge time-lapse episode. Right. Auto set the working width and turn that one on. See, I'm going to keep the lines on for a minute. I want to see what we're doing. Turn at the end, and yeah, we'll leave one gap. So we've got one gap there. Now, is there anything else that I need to be doing? I don't know what GPS wheel mode is. I've no idea. In theory, this should just work now. It didn't last time, and I don't know why, but I have since exited the game and reloaded it. So if I accidentally did something wrong, we'll soon find out. Now, the one bit that I'm not going to be doing is lifting the header at the end of each row. That is kind of my it's kind of my deal with you guys. I'm doing this harvest. I'm time-lapsing this harvest, or I will be once I just make sure that the GPS is working. If the GPS isn't working, I don't know what we're going to do. It works. Oh, thank goodness. Right. It looks like we're going to need... And it does actually go back on every other line. Now, the amount of swing that it took there, I would say 3 passes would probably be sufficient. So we'll do 3... Well, we'll do 4. We'll do 4 passes at this end and 4 passes at the other end. But, yeah, the thing that I'm not going to be doing... I won't lift the header at the end of the row. That's the only thing that I'm not going to be doing. I'm not going to lift the header at the end of each row. Well, I might. I don't know. I do have a dedication to trying to make these things look good. I'll see what kind of mood I'm in as to whether I lift the header at the end of every single row. I will turn the lines off once we get started on the main land work. But for now, I'm just going to do 4 passes on this end, 4 passes on the other end, and then we can get started on the bulk. that's nearly this end of the field done. What I'm going to do for the rest of this episode is I'm going to go down the other end, and I think we only actually need to do 3 passes, so I'll do 3 passes down there, and then I will harvest the rest of this field. I will do the whole of the rest of this field. Like I said, the only sort of allowance I'm asking for is that I don't have to lift a header at the end of every row. Please don't be upset about that. I am giving you 6 hours here on the clock. I mean, I don't imagine it will actually take 6 hours to do the entire thing, but you kind of get the idea. I don't like the way that it's bouncing quite so much. That does make me feel a little bit giddy, but we can sort of live with that. My weekly question, I will ask you that now in a minute, and when the field of potatoes is finished, that will be the end of the episode. I would just like to say Merry Christmas to everybody that is watching. If you don't celebrate Christmas, then just have a fantastic day. Enjoy yourself. Much love to everybody that watches. I really can't do this without everybody's support. It is absolutely fantastic the way you guys have supported me. It is phenomenal. So I'm kind of signing off now because I'm not going to be able to do a sign off at the end of this. Now rather than messing around, I think we'll just carry straight on and leave a little line of potatoes up the side of the field. It's not going to hurt anything. So let's just go up through there. We want to keep it moving because we'll get a bigger bonus for harvesting the field if we can keep it moving. So yes, I can't show you the tractors, but you've seen them several times already. Do you want me to get the Field Viper or the Field Python? Now, the Field Python, I think, is the more expensive one. Just keep in mind that it is hideously expensive compared to the other one. It's $500,000 when we get the upgrades. But it is your vote. It's your game. Mouse over the screen. You know the deal. Cast your vote and head into the comment section down below. Now, this... the daily topic of discussion down below. Today I would like you to talk about just how much realism do you want me to put into my videos. I try to put as much as possible, and I realise I've kind of broken it a bit today by messing around with time and having to reload the map so that I could get you these potatoes, but it is because I've been promising you potatoes for ages. I tried to get potatoes on Sosnovka and we missed out. I was promising you potatoes on here, and now we finally have potatoes, and doing this field is the only way that I've been able to do it. So that is why I had to break the realism, and because this field is so absolutely massive, I'm asking for a small sort of favour in that we don't lift the header on the headland. I wouldn't normally do that. That is not normally how I would operate, but today I do ask a small forgiveness, a small indulgence on your part, so that I can get this done. If you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give me a like, and if you really enjoyed it, please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. I will... Obviously, I'm going to time-lapse this, and then that will be it. And then we got 3 episodes of Sosnovka. And then I've got a couple of Christmas specials. The time-lapse for Christmas is going to be an extended time-lapse. So you're getting a lot of... I got a bit of time off over Christmas. You may have guessed. There's no way I'll be able to give you this much time-lapse stuff if I didn't have a bit of time off from my regular job. So I really hope that you do like it. And... yeah, I think that's about everything I got to say. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar, but it's not quite goodbye yet. We've got this field of potatoes to harvest.